You have big dreams, but every time you try to start, you feel tired, discouraged, and end up scrolling your phone for hours? You think you lack willpower? Not at all. You're just running on an old system, one designed to avoid hard things and choose what's easy. But trust me, you don't need to change who you are, you just need to change your strategy. This video will show you how to do exactly that, starting today, with just 2 minutes. The truth is, laziness is not a sin. It's the result of a psychological design lacking strategy. Most of us think being lazy is a sign of weakness, lack of willpower, or worse, failure. But in reality, laziness is just a sophisticated self-defense mechanism developed by the brain to stay safe. Your brain doesn't hate big goals, it's just deeply afraid of failure, pressure, and fatigue. When you think about writing a 200-page book, learning 60 guitar chords, or running 5 kilometers every morning, your brain instantly switches to energy-saving mode. Danger. Too much. Abort mission. So you end up scrolling on your phone, because it's easy, familiar, and doesn't force you to face the fear that maybe you're not good enough. In other words, you're not lazy because you don't want to grow. You're just being tricked by your brain's ancient survival mechanism. But the good news is, you can totally retrain it. With the right strategy, simple, consistent, and realistic, you don't need massive motivation to get started. You just need to understand this. There's nothing wrong with you, it's your system that needs fixing. Puzzle Piece Energy Recovery Strategy, Lazy Genius Edition. 1. Make goals so small that your brain can't say no. Sounds silly? That's exactly why it works. Your brain, the master of avoiding discomfort, loves anything that doesn't feel threatening. When you say, "I'll write a book," your brain puts up 100 walls. How many pages? Who'll read it? What if they laugh? When will I find the time? But if today, all you need to do is write one sentence, what can the brain say? It's light, harmless, and most importantly, non-threatening. Want to work out? Forget the 1-hour session with a coach and countdown timer. Just do one push-up, enough to say you worked out today. Sounds ridiculous? That's the point. This tiny action defeats procrastination. It opens the door for the second push-up, the third, without pressure. The key isn't giving your all, it's designing your tasks to be so small that your brain can't say, "Let's do it tomorrow." And from those tiny actions, you build consistency. One day, you'll look back and realize, you didn't make a leap, but you went far. Greatness doesn't begin with a leap, but with a painfully boring first step. And you know what? Those boring steps are the foundation of resilience. 2. Don't wait for inspiration. Build rituals. Many people get stuck in the trap of waiting for motivation to strike. But motivation is like the weather, sunny in the morning, raining by noon, and stormy by night. If you only act when you feel inspired, well, deadlines will carry you straight to the graveyard of abandoned dreams. Instead of waiting for the perfect feeling, design a ritual. A small, daily action that signals to your brain, "Hey, it's go time." Examples. Put your workout shoes right by the bed. Wake up, see them right pointing arrow easy to put on and get moving. Pour a glass of water every morning. Right pointing arrow helps you wake up and kickstart your system. Every noon, write one important task. Right pointing arrow gives your brain direction. These small behaviors are like ignition switches for a productive day. They don't have to be intense, but they can reshape your life, because humans don't live by emotion. We live by systems. You can't rely on willpower, because it likes to sleep in more than you do. Willpower is a limited resource. But if you build simple routines, even when you're tired, grumpy, or just had a fight with your partner, you'll still get things done. Not because you're superhuman, but because you don't have to think. You've already programmed yourself to win the day the moment you wake up. 3. The 2-minute rule. A trick to outsmart your brain. Ever notice? The hardest part isn't doing the thing, it's starting. Your brain acts like an ultra-efficient battery, always trying to avoid anything that drains energy. But here's the genius move, the 2-minute rule. Don't tell yourself to write an entire chapter, just write one sentence in 2 minutes. Don't aim to clean the whole room, just wipe one corner of the table. Don't try to read for an hour, read one page. When you start within a 2-minute frame, You trick your brain. This is light. I'll just do a bit. And just like that, you're in the zone. You begin, and surprisingly, you want to keep going. The beginning doesn't need to be dramatic. It just needs to happen. That's not just motivational fluff, it's psychology. Starting small smashes procrastination, sparks real momentum, because action creates motivation, not the other way around. It's like pushing a ball down a hill. The first push is hard, but then it rolls on its own. Your job is simple. Don't overthink. Just start. 2 minutes is enough. And if that's all you can do today, it's still a win. 4. Reward yourself like royalty. Did you just write for 2 minutes? Or clean one door handle? Congrats! Now celebrate like you just won a Nobel Prize. Rewarding yourself is a brilliant way to train your brain. When I do things, good stuff happens. Play your favorite song, eat a mint, or pat yourself on the back and say, "Nice work, me." These tiny rewards link pleasure to progress, not just pressure and obligation. Don't wait until you've reached a huge goal to feel happy. Celebrate every small step, because joy fuels momentum, and momentum fuels the next step. Those who reward themselves know how to build lasting stamina. Speech balloon final reflection. No one succeeds because they're perfect. They succeed because they persist through the tiny, boring stuff. You see others' success and think, they must be brilliant, but you don't see the days they felt exhausted, yet still wrote one sentence, plucked one chord, or woke up early for no one but themselves. Not because they were full of inspiration, but because they showed up, even just a little. That dream burning inside you, it's just a spark right now. An idea, a wish, a blurry vision of someday. But that spark can become a roaring fire if you stop waiting for the perfect moment, mood, or approval. Every small action you take today is one handful of firewood. Every decision not to delay is oxygen to that flame. And every time you return, even after quitting, is another reason the fire stays alive. You don't need to explode, you just need to start. Then keep adding just one more handful. Rocket in summary, the lazy yet ambitious person's action plan. 1. Shrink everything so your brain doesn't run away. 2. Create autopilot routines, no thinking required. 3. Just 2 minutes, but do it now. Don't wait for enough motivation to start. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Pick one small task and begin today. You can even start by sharing this video. That way, if you forget tomorrow, there's proof you once meant business.